welcome. My name is Charlene Smith and I am here today to discuss the Premier League fixture which is taking place, Arsenal versus Brighton, which will be played at the Emirates Stadium. Now, coming into this game, Brighton are going to be absolutely buzzing as they did win their European group. So it was João Pedro that managed to get that last minute goal in their game against Marseille, and we saw from the big celebrations how much it actually meant to Brighton. And also, we also know that Brighton have won their last 3 games against Arsenal at the Emirates. And I'm sure you guys will not forget how heartbroken we were last season when Brighton did actually get that win against us. And I think that was the moment where we finally, well, not finally, that's the wrong word to use, when we actually realised that our hopes of winning the Premier League were over. I remember I was at that game and I remember just feeling absolutely gutted and heartbroken, just thinking, wow. Because I truly believed throughout the whole season that we were going to win the Premier League, and I think that was the game that said, not this season. However, it is a brand new season, and although we are not sitting at the top of the table because Liverpool are overtaking us by 1 point, I am still feeling really hopeful about this season. And you guys could probably, you know, sort of read my mind and my energy on what I'm hoping for this season. But I really do feel like we are going to do something very special. And as you did see in our game against PSV, we went out there with a winning mentality. And I must say, I was expecting to see the youngsters come out and play, but the mentality and the mindset that Arteta is implementing within the team is that, look, we are going to win. And we saw that from the starting 11. There was a lot of rotation, but we still put out a strong team. And we still brought on players who can impact the game in order to get a result, as opposed to playing the younger players. So that sort of tells you where we're at and what it is that we are trying to achieve. Although it would have been nice to see the youngsters get some minutes. You know, that would have been a massive confidence boost for them to say, yeah, I played in the Champions League, you know, and who knows, they might have even got a go. But yeah, it just sort of shows where we're at and what our ambitions are for this season. And I must say, I am feeling quite hopeful. You know, it is sort of Christmas time, but I feel like we are going to do something really special, and I imagine a lot of Arsenal fans out there are feeling, you know, the same way that I am also. Now, in that fixture against PSV, Martinelli didn't actually travel with the team because he was feeling unwell. Mikel Arteta did say in his press conference that Martinelli is now feeling better, so I am actually hoping that we will get to see Martinelli return back to training and be with the team for this big game against Brighton. We know Brighton are not a team to underestimate, and they, as we see, they can get results. So we need to be, yeah, at our best for this game. Mohamed Elneny did actually go off the pitch with a bit of a hamstring issue. Arteta did say he did have a scan and, you know, nothing serious is happening there, so he should be back soon. So looking forward to seeing Mohamed Elneny return. Now, in terms of this game against Brighton, you know, it is important that we put out a strong team and we don't underestimate anyone. Like I said, they're going to be buzzing. The fact that they've been able to get results against us, the fact that they've won their Europa group as well, you know, they're going to be coming to the Emirates expecting all 3 points. So we have got a job on our hands. We need to make sure we collect all 3 points, because not only are we looking out for Man City, we're also looking out for Liverpool, who seem to be making a comeback this season. So 3 points is absolutely crucial. And just while we are talking on the subject of, you know, the players and what we saw in the PSV game, I just want to say I was really excited to see Ramsdale in goal. It feels like such a long time since we saw Ramsdale, and, you know, how he is, his characteristics and everything. So it was great to see him in goal in that Champions League game, and it was well deserved, you know, him getting some minutes. But, you know, for this Brighton game, I do feel like Mikel Arteta will revert back to David Raya. Now, I have actually got some stats that I would like to share with you guys ahead of this game, which will be played at the Emirates, and I must say that I will be attending that game, which I am looking forward to. So, stats for Arsenal v Brighton are as follows. Arsenal have lost their last 3 home games against Brighton in all competitions. Only Man City, with 7 between 2018 and 2023, have Arsenal lost more consecutively at the Emirates too. So, you know, quite a bold stat there, and it shows you, you know, the qualities that Brighton can possess. And as we know, they do produce some really good players, and we should know that because we have got a few of their players who have come into our team and are doing amazingly well, the likes of Ben White, Leandro Trossard. So we do know what Brighton are about and the players that are amongst the Brighton team. Brighton have won 4 of their 7 away games against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. It's the highest win rate at 57% of any visiting English side at the ground since it opened in 2006. I mean, these stats ain't really working in our favour just yet, are they? Arsenal have won just 2 of their last 10 Premier League meetings between Arsenal and Brighton, where Arsenal have drawn 3 and lost 5, with the Seagulls winning 2-1 at the Emirates Stadium in June of 2020 and Arsenal winning 2-0 at the Emirates in 2021. I mean, still not a positive stat that we was sort of hoping for. Since losing 3-0 to Brighton in May, Arsenal are unbeaten in 12 home games in all competitions, where Arsenal have won 10 and drawn 2, scoring at least twice in 11 of those matches. There we go, something to get our spirits back up again. So we are doing pretty well at home. Brighton have scored in their last 32 Premier League games and conceded in each of their last 20. It's their longest ever scoring streak in their league history, while it's their joint longest run without a clean sheet. Also 20 games between September 1947 and 1948. Now, let me just take this time to remind you guys that those are just stats, and that ain't really going to determine what happens in the game. Alright, but all in all, I feel like we will, you know, keep Brighton quiet when it comes to playing them on Sunday. Now, in terms of the starting 11, it is absolutely crucial and fundamental that we do put out a nice, strong starting team to come up against Brighton. Now, I'm going to give you my expected starting 11. So, in goal, I know that Mikel Arteta is going to revert back to David Raya. It seems to be that David Raya is the number 1 at present. So, I am expecting to see David Raya in goal. Although, you guys know I am a big fan of Aaron Ramsdale, and I always love to see Aaron play. But I do feel like it will be David Raya in goal. In terms of the back 4, I am expecting to see Ben White, our favourite centre-back pairing, Saliba and Gabriel, and over at left-back, we do know that unfortunately Tomiyasu is out with an injury. So I am expecting to see Zinchenko. Now, Zinchenko, this is a little message for you. I want to see a bit more from you defensively. We know how much you like to get about the pitch and everything, but I want to see you switched on and playing your defensive role, okay? That is my message to Zinchenko, all right? As you know, I support and love all of our players, but yeah, just need that little bit more defensively from Zinny. All right, so that is the back line. In terms of the midfield, oh yeah, I forgot to mention as well, actually, Thomas Partey. I did actually see some footage of him in the gym, training, and he was looking good. So I saw him doing some unilateral moves and everything. So hopefully we should be seeing him soon. Yeah, so it was great to see Thomas Partey doing those movements in the gym, and I'm sure I saw him on the treadmill as well. So it did put a smile on my face to think, yep, hopefully Partey will be back soon. In terms of the midfield, I would like to see our captain Odegaard, our star boy. Listen, Declan Rice, amazing player, expecting to see him starting, and Kai Havertz, who I'm so happy that he is finding form and scoring goals. I'm expecting to see a goal from him as well. No pressure at all. So that is who I'd like to see in the midfield. In terms of the front three, I mean, it goes without saying, Bukayo Saka on that right hand side. And let me just take this time to remind you guys as well that I was super happy to see that Bukayo Saka got some rest and he didn't play any minutes in that game against PSV. So yes, I was really happy about that. He needed that rest, and there was no point in playing him in that game at all. On the left hand side, it is reported that Martinelli is feeling better, so I am expecting to see him on that left hand side. And through the middle, congratulations to Eddie, who did get his first Champions League goal. And I am that person who feels like when you start Eddie, he will score you goals. I know there's a bit of a divide in opinions. So through the middle, it's like part of me wants to say Eddie because I do feel like he will score. But part of me wants to say Jesus because, you know, he does a lot of other work off the ball and everything. He does score goals, not always the most clinical, so it is a bit of a toss-up between the two. I do, however, feel like Mikel Arteta's preferred choice will be Gabriel Jesus. So I'm going to go with what I think Mikel Arteta is going to pick, and I feel like that will be Gabriel Jesus. So that is my predicted 11 for this game against Brighton. Let me know how you guys are feeling. I'm feeling confident, and I know you guys are going to say, Charlene, you're always confident, and I'm sure you're probably going to ask, have I ever predicted Arsenal to lose? Listen, I have belief in my team. Why am I going to predict for them to lose? But although there are a lot of stats that do work in Brighton's favour, I do feel like Arsenal do have the winning mentality. We saw that against PSV. I do feel like we're going to go out there, and I do feel like, honestly, we are going to get the 3 points, yeah? So my score prediction for this game is 2-0 Arsenal. I'm expecting a clean sheet, 2 goals and 3 points. And I do feel very confident that we'll go out there and get the job done. Regardless of the stats and everything, it's a different league. It's a different league, gosh. I think I'm still a bit jet lagged, do forgive me. It is a different season now. Different mentality, different mindset, different work rate. We're going to go out there and get all 3 points. Let me know how you guys are feeling. I'm excited to hear from you all. Let me know your predicted 11 as well as your score prediction. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And I hope you like my new lights as well. Can you see? I'm getting a bit more creative with my set. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed, make sure you do put a like and make sure you subscribe to my channel because I will have more content coming. I'm Charlene Smith and I'm signing out. Bye for now.